Yeah, yeah.
And how long you've been supporting this person with this idea?
Like I've seen him go through cycles, and it's
Mm-hmm.
like it always goes wrong um, when um, you know people are like not listening to like how he is actually setting out a vision. There's always like egos or like people that are like in the lead, and then they make dumb decisions. People lose their confidence, and then it collapses. But now
Yeah.
he is being trusted, so that like it's a kind of a shift in energy. The same goes for me because
Same
like I
for
got a
me.
new position.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I got a bonus from work even. Yeah,
Yeah, good work. Yeah. What did
yeah,
you
yeah.
do so well that they gave you a
I'm
bonus?
just like developing all these things next to just also like working hard in my normal things, but
Mm-hmm.
like
Mm-hmm.
yeah, making all kind of connections, like um,
Nice, good to know.
getting new partners for like a whole like, like event programming and stuff, and okay, everything is in a pipeline in a way that is going in a certain direction.
Yeah,
So
different elements moving together, in parallel, and you were like keeping tabs
yeah, yeah,
open
yeah,
with
yeah,
these elements. Good,
exactly, yeah,
good work. Amazing.
yeah.
Very happy to hear. Okay, I guess you already. I'm assuming you spoke about me to this person before, right? Like, and some like
Just mentioned it.
mentioned. Okay.
Just mentioned, but like everything is like doing business is always this kind of navigating a landscape of what you can and kind of because like you you don't want to be a person who sells like air castles, like to sell something that eventually cannot deliver on it. So I'm just trying to cultivate interest and see if there's like common ground. I have to explore it myself. I also know you are not going to compromise on certain core values and certain core visions.
Yeah.
If it's not aligned with that, you're not going to do it. So I know that. So
Yeah.
I'm just that's the stage that I'm in. But I know that like if um this because Aryan is a guy who has like visions and ideas about like how to do things in a business way, how to reach to certain people that can deliver this and that, and then actually build up trust by already delivering in small steps and um, but then he is not a visionary in a sense that like the very core value driven type of like I'm more that, but
Yeah.
you're even more that, so like if it can then all kind of align around something that is driven by your idea for a network state, that would be my end goal, because like
Mhm.
that's even better than how I could develop that, so
Well,
mm,
combining visions is the key, and
of course,
listening
yeah, yeah,
to
yeah.
all these different pieces of the puzzle, big
But
puzzle.
do you see what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Another thing is the question: did you speak at all about fractionalized ownership, basically like buying fraction of this not business location, like for example an
Hmm.
apartment, and that's an NFT basically. So it's like a RWA, real world asset. So you're buying it for crypto,
Hmm.
and you're having like a document that is tied and bonded with that piece. The document is the blockchain, on the blockchain.
Yeah, no,
Mm-hmm.
not yet. Why? Because how do you say that? Like in this guy, like he has some Bitcoin, he has some ETH, but like he's not deeply in the Web3 world, and
Mm-hmm.
also like there's so much bullshit about crypto going around that
Mm-hmm.
like it's a bit of a tainted word. So you need to be very careful to business people that are not already in the space, because like some people are in the space for the sake of the space. You know that as well. Like. And you and me are people that you're in the space, I'm outside the space, but we're interested in the space because of like deeper visions, ideas, and
Yeah.
consciousness, not
Yeah.
because of like wanting. this or that coin to go to the moon or whatever. So you know, like that.
Yeah.
But there's many people like that. My brother is like the biggest example. You know, like
Really?
people at work call him like Mr. Crypto, and it's like
Oh,
then
really?
you did something wrong in life. You know, like
I didn't know that about your brother. Wow. Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Good to know.
No, he's like your typical Elon Musk worshipping crypto bro in a way that is so fucking cringe.
It's okay. I mean, come on. Somebody in the family gotta be that, maybe.
True,
Okay.
true.
So
But
why I'm
yeah,
mentioning this is not because crypto, is because it's let me put it this way. It's an innovative way to do also governance around
I know.
the organization. So I'm not speaking about DAO per se, but yes, it is about owning a part of the almost like an organization. I'm not planning
Yeah,
to
yeah.
like
No,
drop it as
I
a.
mean, th- I'm on the same page. You know,
Mhm.
like
You
I
understand?
think
Okay.
when um, you know, like specific formats to share knowledge and to make it valuable in the community that is currently existing as Seeds to Meet is like very suitable to be tokenized and say like I want to move towards these kind of things, but the thing is that like I have not mentioned these kind of network state kind of blockchain solutions for specific real problems yet, because like the timing is important.
Yeah,
And
for
like sort
sure.
of right
Yeah.
now, the different elements of the network that is being tied together is not ready yet. Like they will be ready once they run into certain problems, and then hey, you can solve this by and then. So I want to do that in a very careful
Fair.
way
Fair. I hear you.
in order to like because this is just public perception, or like not public but just the perception by other people in the network that have to be informed in a specific pace about these possibilities, if that
Yes.
makes sense.
Yes. Yes. And it's a hot space. Fractionalized ownership of real estate is a very very hot space within the real world assets direction, because
Yeah,
NFTs have lost its trust. It became meme coins,
yeah, yeah.
and that has been replaced with real world assets, which is stocks and bonds within the companies, or real world as in collectibles, physical items that have a digital passport. EU is potentially doing this thing where every single piece of clothing and fashion item will have to have a digital passport, or a passport that will track its place of origin and its path.
Yeah, yeah,
In
yeah, yeah.
so these things, as much as I wanted them to be a fad, they're not a fad. They're staying, and that's why they're not going the way that NFTs are, like very quick rise and then
I know.
fall, but rather very like slow and gradual development. Then another thing is, yesterday I met a developer who's putting together infrastructure app, infrastructure slash kind of like a communications
When it
app
comes,
for. Do you hear me? I think it's pausing.
yeah, now, yeah, like now you're back.
I met a developer guy who's creating an app for eco villages and these like physical resorts, physical
Can you
places.
please send this to me, because this is like
He's not
even kind of
he's not yet public with it or anything. He just shared his concept.
can can you send him all the stuff about Project Gecko? Because like this is like the proto version of like
Of
what
course,
that
if you
was
want,
envisioned to be.
yes, just send me the files. Send me information that you
Yeah,
want
yeah,
me
yeah,
to
yeah, yeah.
pass.
Like,
He's
you
very
know, because
spiritual, and he only
oh,
works with people who have a certain consciousness level. So he was like very clear about it.
up to then I think like he
He'll
would
get it.
actually really enjoy this and get
Yeah,
it. Yeah,
yeah. Maybe we can also have a call at some point. He's
yeah,
very
yeah.
low key.
Hmm.
He's not hyped about anything. He's like super. Shh. He's
Yeah, yeah.
British. So what I'm saying is that he's putting together an application for these type of places to coordinate, and maybe he can also be helpful in the digital infrastructure development upgrade for what you're developing, thinking, looking at. The question: this person has he been involved with Seeds to Meet in terms of like team and work and management?
He's becoming like he actually wasn't or even granted that role by the Utrecht location, because my boss is very, like he falls back on his own friends and family, like that's his reflex,
Right,
you
I
know
see.
but
Yeah.
then now he just bypasses that by like being directly employed, or like not employed but like taken into arms by the suffering umbrella software, and like the franchise umbrella.
Cool.
So like Seeds to Meet International
Yeah.
is and it's not super, like it's mostly Netherlands, but so they're like, now, okay, we're running into an end, so we need solutions, and then they you know he can take over, they like will a lot of money will just put into what he will make of it, and then he is right now tying other people from his network, like he's also involved in someone who is arranging workforce through a construction in Portugal, in different places in the EU, like from especially from Latin America. Um, and
Nice.
yeah, so he has like big visions, also very grounded, and now like he's getting into a space where he can actually prove the value of like these visions in a way that is really shifting, um, and yeah, so there's negotiations with the international umbrella of Seeds to Meet, and then he wants to extend that with his connections with people that are like in these kind of real estate ideas and stuff, and like sort of to fuse that, because the software like backbone is already there to like have something that can be directly
Cool.
applicable to that. And yeah, so
What is his background professionally? What did he do before this idea? Do you know?
optimizing websites for companies to like search engine optimization,
Okay.
to like generate more revenue and clients.
Great.
And he helps people to make more money, essentially, by doing IT smarter. Like he disrupts the perverse business model of most IT, traditional IT from the 2000s, of many companies are like completely fucked, because they hired like a friend, a nephew or something in the 2000s, and then they made a shit product that they have to solve every time, and then they charge money.
Yeah.
All the traditional companies have that problem. Every like the medium size, only the biggest of the biggest companies have their shit in order. The government's fucked. Like medium-sized business are fucked in terms of IT. They pay like thousands a month for a shit product that a friend of family has to like update, solve issues that they themselves created,
Wow.
and they have no idea how to solve it. So there's gonna be like it's gonna be a horror slasher game of like companies that will go through their knees because they cannot afford it anymore. And
Yeah.
he is disrupting that market.
Nice. Cool. Good to know.
Yeah,
So he does
yeah,
really have experience in the real estate.
yeah.
Um, Real estate is a tough game to play.
True, it is.
So just wanted to, yeah, I just wanted to, I guess, ask maybe if you know if there's anyone from the real estate on the team already, or someone who can get deals with the buildings and stuff like that.
Yeah. Like this guy, who is like a salesperson who is in this real estate game. Like sort of, he is right now doing business with my friend. So like he wants to combine these two things, like the
Okay.
Seeds to Meet, like the co-working, and then the real estate side.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Good. Just as long
Yeah,
as someone is experienced. Because again,
yeah,
it's not a software business. It's something that is very
I know.
long term, and yeah, the biggest problem from what I realize from what the It's my own observation from the WeWork is that they were burning too much money too fast, growing too
Mhm,
fast, scaling too fast.
mhm,
So they were
mhm,
not making the revenue that to support their incredible growth in terms of development of all these locations.
yeah,
So
yeah,
the
yeah,
key
yeah.
here in general is to be very realistic that these things they take years to develop and they
Mhm,
take a lot
yeah.
of people and teams and also good modeling so that one location that can work out, the other location
Mhm,
can also get inspired by that first location but still
mhm.
has its own unique stuffs. Anyway, okay, awesome. I think this is very exciting. I think, whatever you think is then the next step, the following step could be. I'm interested in getting to know this
Yeah,
person. The
yeah.
way you can present me is yours to decide, but the way that I'm presenting myself, and I'm gonna
Mhm,
change it on my website too soon. So maybe it's better if you introduce me after I change the website. And I changed the website probably sometime next week as the Aquarius energies have settled a little
yeah,
bit
yeah,
more.
yeah, 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 yeah.
The way that I'll present myself is very direct and very, honest. I'm not going to be mystical or like AI kind of like too far, AGI. So it will be communications still,
Mhm.
working on communications and
Yeah.
weaving different communities, different networks, and
Tribe weaving.
help develop narratives that are united. That yeah, I cannot really explain yet, but I think you know where I'm going. That
Well, yeah,
I just
I
need to
know exactly.
type
I
it.
know exactly what you're. Yeah,
Yeah, so it will be very like just
guiding guiding people into the paradigm of like what Web3 network states are like for you, sort of like how you see the future of ways how people coordinate and collaborate and network and live and exist.
but like not even I see it, but because of the people that I interview, because of the people that
Yeah,
I inspired by someone like
yeah, yeah,
you, I'm only taking the best of
yeah.
what is out there that I can find, and I'm weaving that all into one narrative that makes sense. So I'm just using all these different let's say AIs, people, humans, as a way to integrate all of this into something that makes sense. Maybe yes, acting as an AI myself in a way, if you think about AI,
Yeah, just
um,
recombination, collection,
bringing a lot of different
canalization.
data
Yeah,
points together and making sense of that
yeah,
data. It doesn't
yeah,
mean that it will be like the only and right way. It's just going to be a way
yeah,
that is kind of like as per my brand and as per my observations.
yeah,
So yeah, I will reconfigure the website and I'll send you the one. And I'll let you know once it's updated. So maybe you can present me that way. Is he
yeah.
that kind of person that needs to check like LinkedIn and stuff like that?
No, no, no,
Okay,
no. Absolutely not.
but I
No, no,
still
no. Like
probably need to
he
rework it.
builds personal connections,
Uh-huh,
listens to people's stories,
uh-huh.
looks through, like the things that other people would judge other people by. Like he's really someone who can see what's really there.
Is he a Russian speaking guy?
No,
Okay,
he speaks Spanish, Dutch, English.
okay, okay. Yeah, and with the podcast, honestly, I think this is finally the time, and then I think I resonate with you saying like, okay, you're rising. Like, I definitely feel that being understood is much more common now than it used to be.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah,
so I think it's our time, Victor. I think it's
yeah.
really our time is
This year
now.
is gonna be like absolutely wild.
Yeah, and you're
But
traveling, right? You're
I also
traveling.
need like I really hope this year to see you at least once
Yes,
IRL.
no, for sure. I mean, we'll make it happen. And if this project comes up as something where we actually welcome to, like, I think it would
Hmm.
be needed for us to meet up and have in-person time together. So, for
Hmm.
sure. And
Yeah.
and I think for me, Netherlands is location that is very like near and dear compared to okay, we have Portugal, I have Czech Republic, and I have Netherlands. Compared
Hmm.
to, for example, Germany or France, not so much
Don't have
like
so much to do there. Like you're not feeling it.
no. I mean, it's all about people, right? That's really it, and
Yeah, yeah,
really
yeah, yeah.
grounding that that point for me all these years. yeah, so I'm very grateful to you. I'm grateful for actually New Life for connecting us, because I'm realizing that New Life is not just that, whatever it's been before, or not whatever it is now becoming, but it is what it made over these past years, and
Absolutely,
it
yeah, yeah,
connected us.
yeah. Agreed.
Yeah, and these cool people are really starting to merge their
Mhm,
consciousnesses and start to really
mhm,
collab, because it really takes a while to kind of, especially come on, like I remember how 2020 was really weird. I was just walking today in Lisbon and I'm like, wait, 2020, how difficult it was, because we were really brainwashed, and like some of us were of course not believing in it, but still I was living in New York, in a place where I knew everyone and I had amazing community, and I couldn't see anyone in person. How
mhm,
brainwashed we were, like how much trauma
mhm.
we've experienced. So I
Yeah.
think, yeah, it takes quite a while to integrate that.
Mhm.
Okay, so let's wrap it up. I know it's very late for you. So
Yeah.
yeah, let's
Okay.
take out time for a little bit. I just need to write up,
Yeah.
inspired by our call. I'll do a new
Yeah.
write up on my website, so you can present it. Like send a
Yeah.
link to my profile. You can also share the links to the YouTubes. The reason why I
Mhm.
have two YouTubes is to if one is shadow banned or removed, then at least I
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
another
Yeah.
one.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's really that. It's not that
Yeah.
much difference. Just one is older, the other one is newer. Yeah, and the Telegram group, the Metaslavia group, is more for now. I'm figuring out, because I'm already seeing how people are engaging, just because it's really a place so that I don't need to introduce people directly. I'll be like, oh well, this person is in
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Metaslavia, he was active.
Yeah.
um that's it. Okay. All right, Victor, do you want to chat about anything else, or you want to wrap it up also?
No, I want to wrap it up because like I have to wake up early tomorrow also. So
Okay, yes, you're always up
yeah.
and you're always doing like in-person work, so I really admire you with that, and you're not only digital.
Hmm.
Okay, thank you for making time to meet me
Yeah.
today. I'm really grateful. Always happy to connect with you, you know that. Okay, have a good night
Yeah.
then.